quadruple OG and out here forever. Can you introduce yourself to people that may not know? Like, what's your connection to the city? How long you been in the city? All that. If someone that didn't know.
Ah, man. I'm born and bred in the city of Boston. Out there, to be exact. Best place to be on the planet. 57 years, man.
Say that loud in this room.
57 years, man. Listen, I mean, I'm looking younger than some people in here, so that's dope. But yeah, that's it, man. I direct the Community Healing Response Network. We move from trauma to trauma-informed, trying to make sure people get healing. That's it.
So how long have you been doing the work?
Getting paid to do it?
No.
Since I'm gonna give 2030. They start giving me a check.
Okay.
But I've been doing it since like the 90s, man, the same type of work.
Now, the reason I'm asking that, and I wanted to give that kind of foundation, is because where we're at now, I don't think we could have been in the 90s.
Right.
So like, we usually focus on the areas of growth. Clearly, there's still a lot of support for the young people.
Right.
But can we take a moment with both of y'all to recognize what's possible kind of now that kind of I feel like wasn't possible before? Like, will we be in Dorchester? Would this seem
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this. In the the late 80s into the early 90s, me and this young brother, we wasn't liking each other.
At all?
At all. Like I know all his OGs,
right?
But, you know, maybe because I was shorter than him, I don't know, right? But we would be places and it was always like the energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now we just did a whole joint at the American Public Health Association, you know what I mean? That wasn't
and that
possible
was down
then.
in Washington?
That was in DC, yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah. So where we are today, it was harder back then, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, and I can say this too, and he'll tell you himself, we could go anywhere, but everybody couldn't go everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we went everywhere.
Some people had to stay on the block.
Yeah, you had to stay, not even the block, you had to stay in your hallway or something.
yeah.
You know, if we honest.
You couldn't even be on it. Yeah.
Right, if we honest.
So I have another question for you. As you look at what you all have been through, right? I'm always saying that there's no way that a professor or someone from a medical profession can understand how to give advice to young 18-year-olds growing up in Boston in that neighborhood construct like y'all. That's not to disenfranchise the work that has to happen after, mental health and all the issues, but that initial trust, that initial, can I go into this hood and feel safe?
Right.
Do you honestly think anyone besides y'all can do that? Like people, and when I say y'all, people from these communities.
I mean, you have to, if you can't identify somebody's struggle, like if I've never been hungry, but you hungry, and I've never been hungry, I really can't identify with what you're talking about. And sometimes the young brothers and sisters, they need to hear people that know what they're talking about. I know what you're dealing with because I've been there. And then that opens the door. So I don't think just anybody can do that. I'm not saying that there are not a few people that just have that gifting.
Yes.
But for the most part, like while we were in at the American Public Health Association, Joey, Mike, and Dr. Stanley, we all have criminal background, but we were talking to all doctors and RNs about incarceration, and so it was so crazy, they put it on the board as imprisonment. You know what I'm saying? I was like, y'all already started off with the wrong mindset. You know, you gotta use some new terminology, like when we use re-entry, returning citizens. I said, but imprisonment is so inhumane.
Right.
That means you have the wrong perspective already. So when we finished, you know, they came to see Joey, Mike, Dr. Stanley, because it was like, I didn't think of those things. So just because you have the book knowledge doesn't mean you even know how to approach the situation.
So you started also, I want to lift up your work at Louis P.
Well, BPAC now.
Oh,
or you want to go back to
Well,
Louis
I wanted
P?
to go back because just to we're all known for causing harm, but I got into understanding victims in the victim space, and then as I got in there, I understood you had been in that space. I think that's an important perspective that anyone has caused harm should go through, sitting with the idea that there were innocent people that suffered from the stuff we did.
Right.
Because I think that motivates you to be more thoughtful before you act, before you know that.
Right.
So my question to you is, like, dealing with victims, was that able to kind of take your work to a higher level?
Man, so before the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute, I responded. I was doing street work, but I responded to the hospitals, Boston Medical Center in particular. So every shooting and stabbing for 6 years, I responded, me and Rusty Pendleton. And I saw so many people, you know, some injured, but I saw a lot of people dead. And so working with those families, I always wondered what happens after they leave us. You know, we stay until they leave, but then there's the next part. So when the opening came at the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute, I said, let me take a shot because I want to see. And that work is so much more intense because you really got to hear the hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you lost a loved one in the work, you know, when we were living that lifestyle, it hurt. But to see somebody else hurting and then walking with them for like a year or two, you know, it changed a lot of the things I think about. Even with the work we do at the Health Commission, a lot of the things that I think of is with those people in mind.
So last question I want to ask you. So Toot has been a pioneer of mental health for people that mental health isn't popular, right? Like for us, being crazy was your credit card. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Don't
like,
mess with him, be crazy.
Well, you want me to give, like, I ain't got nothing, but this is how I get my money. So you want me to turn that over? So my whole point is, for me, once you get free of the mental health, you can get money from so many different ways. But how important is it for someone like Joseph, that's from Mission Hill, to be advocating for the elevation of mental health?
Man, it's super important. You know, like a lot of the guys me and Joey grew up with, you know, and some are still trying to figure it out. But we don't talk about mental health. So we struggle in silence. And so having a forum where, you know, sometimes brothers talk, sometimes brothers don't talk, but just having the space that Joey has and people can come in and just be in the presence. Like, you hear a story that might resonate. You might hear a plan that's going to help you too. But just having a space. So what he does is so important. Very important, man. Like, I see lives transform. Because sometimes we don't know what we need. And we don't got to call it, you know, we used to call it the crazy people, right? You know, he's crazy dude. We got mental health issues. And really, we got mental health issues, but it sounded like a taboo type thing. So now we're talking about it in open space, and as Joey's continuing to grow it, you know, we have opportunity to heal the whole hood.
So any last words? We want to give you the floor. If people want to get in contact with you or what you're doing, what is the best way to reach out to you?
Well, I'll give you my number, man. That's how I answer.
Yeah, you ain't getting that. No,
I can't. Because I do that, but I'm gonna say check me out on Facebook, Donald Maurice, on Facebook, Instagram. If you got LinkedIn, if you don't got LinkedIn, get LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? That's the professional business role. You know, DM Osgood Sr at gmail.com. Catch me anytime there.
So I want to say Donald's, and when I say OG, I'm not talking street OG, although he's that too. I'm also talking about this work OG. And I feel like someone like you that has been doing this work for so long, we got to find a way to respect y'all in a way, because it puts weight on you. You know what I'm saying? You can become angry and upset after so many years. So clearly the people we work for aren't going to think of ways for us to consult and kind of still be involved, but a little less. So we got to do that. So if you see this man in the street, salute this man, you know what I'm saying? And respect the years he put in, because we got to build that culture. You know, we got to build that culture.
Can I say one more thing?
You can say whatever. Yeah.
So this brother right here, Dennis Everett, make sure when he's in the city of Boston, you show him mad love because he loves your city. He's coming from what's that the North Shore?
Don't even gotta do me like that.
Nah, listen, man, listen.
No, I'm coming from Haverhill. I'm coming from Haverhill.
He coming from Haverhill, but he loves Boston.
That's right.
So when he's in town, treat him. This my brother.
And that's why we break
It's
bread
my
in
brother.
Boston.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So show him some love. Stop by Yard Time Tuesday nights because that's important. Brothers, don't be scared to deal with your mental health.
Deal with it.
Period.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love you, D.
Love you more.
Get up. All right.